everyone. My name is Anthony Laspinoso. I'm an anti-bullying advocate, and I'm also an author. This is my book, Bully Complex. When I was a little boy in grammar school, I got bullied on an almost daily basis. The other kids, they made fun of me because I looked different. I was Asian. Everyone else was white. It was hard. I got bullied the most because I was overweight. They called me the fat kid. I was picked last in gym class every single time, and it hurt. All the abuse, it added up. It made me feel like I was nothing. It had a big effect on me and my psyche. I cried every day in the first grade. I cried and I begged. I wanted my parents to take me out of school. I didn't know how to tell them. There was a big problem with my behavior. It wasn't the fact that I cried every day. I had a reason to cry. I was being picked on. I didn't tell my parents what was going on. It's okay to tell someone, and I didn't realize that at the time. I thought I would hurt them, and I didn't want my parents to be hurt, so I just held it all inside. And all I can tell you is that it took an emotional toll on me for a long time. To this day, I have insecurity issues about my weight and how I look. And I know I might look skinny now, but that's because I go to the gym like a fiend, because I never want to go back to that place again. It hurt me. When you get bullied at a young age, it becomes a part of you. It's ingrained in your soul. Because I never let anyone know about my pain, I eventually let my emotions out in a different way. I was bullied from the first grade all the way until freshman year of high school. That is a long, long time. I had a lot of pent-up resentments. So something crazy happened to me in high school, and this is where the story gets a little weird. When I was a sophomore, because I was so hurt, I started to bully freshman kids. I wanted other kids to feel how I felt. And it wasn't right, but that's how I dealt with my pain. I wanted to be the bully, I didn't want to be the victim anymore. Other crazy things started to happen. Other kids, they thought what I was doing was funny. They started to like me. The next 2 years of high school, my popularity soared. So did my bullying. I became one of the meanest kids in school. I picked on kids for all their differences. I made them feel like they were losers. I mocked them. I called them nerds and geeks. And I never gave it a second thought. I wish I could go back, and I wish I would have thought things through. I was making others feel what I hated to feel. It didn't make any sense. But the perceived power it gave me and the false confidence, it also gave me a lot of false followers. You see, in high school, and a lot of you are either there or on your way, it's easy to be a follower. I had a lot of leadership skills, but I used them in the wrong way. I never should have hurt other kids the way I was hurt, but I wasn't thinking clearly. I had a lot of leadership abilities, and I used them to do evil things instead of good. I felt like a superhero, but in reality, I was the ultimate villain. I wish I could tell you in college things changed, but they didn't right away. I continued more the same. I beat up a fellow student. I beat him up within an inch of his life. I almost killed him. He went to the hospital. It was an eye-opening experience for me, and that was the moment that I said, I need to change. I needed to change. I mean, how could I do this? After college, it was a slow process, but things did eventually start to change. Years later, I ran into someone that I barely remembered from high school. I ran into him and he was staring at me with anger and contempt. I could see the hate in his eyes. I ran into him a couple other times and I just didn't understand why he hated me so much. So I approached him. I said, "Why do you always look at me like you hate me?" He looked astounded. He said, "You don't remember me?" He said, "You bullied me in high school." And I couldn't remember. He said, "You bullied me so bad, other kids in my grade started to mock me. I lost a lot of friends because of you." He said, "My whole high school experience changed, all because of you." At that moment, I had an epiphany. I was doing things wrong in life. This was someone I thought I barely knew, but I had affected his life so negatively. I was overwhelmed with emotion. It was at that very moment that I said, "I need to change." And I looked at him in the eye and I said, "Look, I'm so sorry that I did this to you. Could you find it in your heart to ever forgive me?" His jaw dropped and he said, "I can't believe it. You really have changed." He said, "You know what? I forgive you." From that day forward, we actually forged a fantastic friendship. We had a lot of things in common, but in high school, I never gave him the chance. If I had known then, we could have been friends the whole time. Ever since that day, I don't make any judgments on anybody. I always give them the chance to prove to me who they really are. And that's how we all need to live. You see, when you exclude others, you isolate them, you don't give them a chance. This is a form of bullying. Everyone deserves to have friends. Just because someone is different from you, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. What makes you different is what makes you special. That's what makes us all special. Everyone's a little different. We all have little things. If you like math, I think that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. When I was younger, I would have called someone a nerd, but if you like math, you're smart. You're going to do great things in life. I encourage all you kids to get out there and be social. Talk to everyone. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you have to like everyone, because I'm being honest with you, that's not reality. But what I will tell you, you have to respect everyone. Respect one another. You're going to come across people like you don't like. It's simple. Avoid them. Don't talk to them. There's no reason to bully someone. Bullying is never the answer. If you are out there and you happen to bully someone, I want you to really think about what you're doing. You could negatively affect someone for the rest of their lives. You do not want that to follow you. Karma is real, and if you bully someone, you will receive the worst kind, trust me. Because for a long time, my life was going the wrong way. Imagine if you bullied someone and they went and killed themselves. They committed suicide. How would you feel then? That's why we're here today, right? Little Nazi, that's not the only person. I've encountered tons of stories of kids, 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, that have been bullied and they committed suicide. You will not be able to live with yourself when you're older, so think about what you're doing. I want to tell you right now, at some point, you're going to witness another kid being bullied. And I want to tell you right now, it's okay to stand up for that someone. You tell that person, "I see what you're doing." You try to stop it. If you can't, you tell them, "I'm going to let someone know what you're doing." And you go tell a trusted adult immediately. If you do this and you help someone else, these are little steps to help change the culture of bullying. We can all do it together. If you're out there and you're being bullied or victimized, I encourage you to stand up for yourself. Use your voice. First, try engage with the bully verbally. Try to talk him down. If that doesn't work, then you have to tell a trusted adult. You tell a parent, you tell a relative, you tell a teacher, someone that you absolutely trust. You cannot hold it inside. I did that. If you hold it in, it's only going to affect your life in negative ways. And you don't want that. I just want you to all remember to use your voice. Thankfully for me, I finally started using my voice in a positive manner. I'm using it for good. And now I feel like I'm becoming a true leader. I'm not that fake leader I was in high school. That was no leader. Someone who picks on others and puts them down, that's not a leader. I'm not gonna lie, I thought because others hurt me, I needed to hurt other people too, but that's not the right way to think. And when I did bully others in high school, I said some people thought it was funny. Bullying is never funny in any manner. If people are laughing at it, there's something wrong with them. And they're not your true friends, believe me. Most bullies have been abused in some way, and they want to hurt others. And this is what I call a bully complex. And that's what I developed. So I want you to all be aware of it. If you were abused, you need to talk to someone. Let those feelings out. You don't want them to manifest, and if you have feelings to hurt others, it's not good. It's not good. Once I finally realized I was doing everything the wrong way, I reached out to everyone that I hurt. I've been trying to make amends. I have forged many new friendships out of it, and I'm starting to feel a lot better about myself. But I still have a lot of work to do. We always have work to do. Don't ever put yourself in my shoes. Do not become a bully or you will regret it in your future. Every single one of you has a bright future, as long as you do not go down that dark path known as bullying. If you'd like to know more about me or my story, my book is for sale on Amazon.com. It's called Bully Complex. I encourage you all to listen to my words and remember to always use your voice.